Well, good morning, Yuriki. For income, I am making and posting these videos for myself as well as anyone else that might find this content useful. And I started doing that for two very specific reasons. But before I get into that, people that watch my videos every day can immediately skip into roughly 2 minutes into this video if you want to miss the intro section, and you can skip about roughly into about 5 minutes if you want to miss the intro section and the evaluation of my prediction that I made yesterday. For everyone watching for the first time, I basically started making these videos just because I basically could not find the content that I was looking for on a Bitcoin YouTube prediction video in 10 minutes or less. Yesterday was a prime example again. Um, I spent hours and hours of watching these videos, subscribed to 5 or more channels, only to hear that the price might go up. It might go down. Yesterday, for example, if you scroll through Facebook, you will see something. Uh, when we break this, we're going to there. When huge news, but the price is exactly the same this morning where it was at that time when you made that video. So what exactly did I gain by watching that video? That's not what I want. Uh, I want. Sometimes I'm even treated to as emergency or a danger entitled video. Um, if I believe, and it's my opinion, that if you are making these videos and these predictions, you should prepare whoever is watching your channel before. You should prepare them for that emergency. You should make them aware of the danger before it starts. Secondly, I want to write myself. I want to give accurate prediction of my own prediction record of what was predicted correctly or not. Long and the short is what I want from a video is I want a prediction video that will tell me in what the direction the price is likely to go today. I want to know where too long, where too short, at what price, and what I should do if it does not go in the direction that I thought that it would. And as far as possible, I would like to make money on every 4 hour candle if as far as that is possible. Now, Yuriki, um, with that said and done, and with understanding that this is not financial advice, and then I cannot be held accountable or responsible for my own opinion and my own views, let's jump right straight into yesterday. Now, yesterday, Yuriki, it was round about over here where you put in the cursor now, where you drew the pink line. Price, the time at that stage was more or less the same as it is this morning, 4:30 in the morning. I'm making these videos from the Eastern Cape of South Africa. Price at that stage was roughly just over 37,300. Yuriki, into your video, you said it was roughly about 8 minutes into your video. You said you can see a time. Let me rather make this section bigger. You said that you can basically see a trading range. I mentioned a bigger trading range and I mentioned a smaller trading range, but that you can see a smaller trading range for today, or that was yesterday. That you can imagine would be somewhere in the region of 37,700 at the top and about 36,700 at the bottom, which is more or less roughly, well, it's about $1,000 area that you could have traded yesterday. So let's have a look how far I was out, because I've said personally I would short 36,750. Oh, sorry, I'm lying. I said I would short 37,700 and I'm going to long 36,750, which again is at roughly about $1,000 trading area. Which was exactly what I did. The longest, the highest that it came though was 37,650. I said I believe the top is going to be 37,700. So I was out by roughly about $500 on that one, and my short that I put in did not fall. Let's have a look at the bottom. I said that I believe the bottom trading for yesterday would be roughly about 36,700. What was the lowest that it came down to? 36,842. So I was roughly about out with about $140 on that one. But trading range more or less the same. I expected the trading range to be about $1,000 trading range. It ended up to be roughly about a 800, almost $900 trading range. So that was pretty much correct. Personally, on my own trades for yesterday, none of those filled. I had a long, I had a short, or I had a long at the bottom. I had a short at the top that did not fill. which I'm 100% fine with. You don't have to make money every single day. I've had a pretty good week, or we've had a pretty good week. If someone has taken any trades with me, and I just move on to the next one. Patience. This is a patience game. You're not going to make $1 million and buy Ferraris and Lamborghinis as you are shown on YouTube. You're not going to be making videos out of your own private jet, um, like you are led to believe. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Yuriki. You've believed that for quite some time. That is unfortunately not how it works. So let's have a look. The long and the short is, price at that stage yesterday when I made the video was roughly just over 37,300. I said I believe that would be the trading range. And although my trading range at the bottom was out by about $50, where I wanted to short, and it was out by about 100 and, well, so it's called $180 at the bottom where I wanted to long. Um, as far as that was correct, price is pretty much this morning still the same as it was this morning. So I cannot really call that a win. Uh, I'm going to be harsh on myself on this one. So the long and the short is, Yuriki, your track record at this stage, you have made 51 videos in total. 35 of those videos were correct. I'm counting yesterday's prediction as a neutral because, as I say, the price at that stage 37, just over 37,350, if I believe, and then it was currently 37,400, so it's like $50 change. So I'm going to take yesterday's one as a neutral. 8 of those videos out of the 51 that I've made was incorrect, and that brings my prediction record at 84.31% correct. Now, Yuriki, what do you think is going to happen today? And again, we're going into the weekend, so that's also something to keep in mind. Normally, there's not a lot that happens over a weekend. We might have a bit of trading action in about six to 8 hours from now, when there's normally some type of movement. But apart from that, it should pretty much. I'm not expecting anything huge for this weekend. What I do see is I still see that we are in a bigger. I can currently see, well, I can see two bigger time frames. The first bigger time frame that I can see is basically the same as yesterday, where I believe that the top would be roughly about 37,800. And I can see a bottom of more or less 36,700. So that's my bigger time, my one bigger time range that I can see. We are currently drawing quite a interesting triangle over here, and please don't get confused by all of these lines. Um, Again, I can see another time range or another price range of roughly about 38, let's call it 38,200 at the top. And basically the same as the other one was, 36,400 at the bottom. That's the two bigger top ranges that I can see. Not sure if that will really have that much influence this weekend or really happen today or over the weekend. What I am expecting, in a smaller time frame, and probably for today, for the weekend, I'm expecting a top of roughly between, and what I'm going to do on my own trades for this weekend, 37,700 still seems to be more or less a top. That is where I'm going to short. If the price does go up higher, I'm not really concerned about that because I do see more resistance at the top. I see another resistance where I would add to my short at 37,800. I can see another one where I would add at 37,900, and I can see another one where I will add at 38,250. Remember, every time that if you go into a short, the price goes up. Every time that you add to that short, your entry price goes up, and it gives you a better chance to get out in a break even or a small profit. So remember, never play all your money at once. Keep your entries so that you can always add to that position if it's wrong. And for myself, Yuriki, for the bottom, I see basically more or less the price bar. So I would more or less long 36,800. That would probably be my trading range for this weekend, um, and for today at least. Now, with that said and done, Yuriki, best advice that I can give you for today. Trust the triangles that you've drawn, trade the lines that you've drawn. Have a wonderful day.